Hello, hello, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylion, and joining me tonight is the wonderful Wookiee monster himself. Sorry about the little technical difficulties that we had here in the beginning, but we made it through.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh
How are you
man,
doing tonight, Raleon?
I'm doing pretty good, can't complain. Lots of exciting things. I haven't been playing a whole lot of League, but I've been playing a lot of like 2K in general, and just trying to get things just set up for other projects. How about yourself?
Doing pretty well. I mean, we just had Valentine's Day weekend,
Oh,
and the
that's
Super
true.
Bowl weekend as well. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, let's get right into it because we got quite a bit to cover.
Yes,
We
sir.
just had the last game of Division 1 PCL,
We
so we
did.
did just update the standings, and I'll post them in the Discord in a second. But all of you lovely viewers out there actually get a sneak peek at what I'm about to post. But before we get into that, we have to get into week 1 of VCL.
Right.
Um, so week 1 was, kind of standard, just kind of like the first week of PCL. We don't really know what's gonna happen, and these are the current standings. Um, so Miami University 2-0'd, Purple, which is destroying expectations, also 2-0'd. And then Ermine's actually 2-1, and then the remaining, kind of lost out in the standings for the week 1. Now, my first thoughts are, wow. I was expecting actually Irvines to be higher up because they have a pretty solid team. They actually dropped a game versus Yellow, who actually had to do had to find a person. I think it was their ADC, if I'm not mistaken. Had to really find an ADC very quickly before that game. So I'm glad they were able to grab that and actually took a game off of Ermines. So a little surprise there, and I mean, I gotta talk about the game of destroying expectations versus Team Cosmic Remix, because that was a little bit of a. They had some subs, and but one of their main rosters actually popped off on Pike. He went
Really?
16-4. Yeah, and Manified, my
Ooh.
boy in
Oh,
Manified, actually popped off on Pike, which is a little surprising. He did have a Zeri as the ADC. Didn't do it quite as well, but also went 8-2. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, given the other teams roster, I didn't expect the him to pop off of all things, but he showed up and he actually messaged me right after that game, like, dude, we just destroyed them. I'm like, wow, Pog. Uh, so that was that game. And unfortunately for Team Cosmic Remix, they were not able to take a game off of Purple at all. But yeah, I'm a little excited for the second week because these probably won't stay the same. Um,
probably not.
Probably not. Do you have any thoughts about the higher elo games so far? I mean, looking at the results and looking at the champions played, I don't see anything that's like off meta or like how we kind of talked about a little bit before we started this recap. How Gianna top was a thing, and people were abusing it. I don't see any of that in these games played.
I mean, there is one game. It's once again with Mona Hanna and their team. I did see an ADC Yasuo, so I mean nothing too crazy or Oh no, I'm sorry, a Vygar ADC. I apologize. That was a
Okay.
Yasuo mid lane. So I mean that's something a little bit different, but it clearly did not work out. Mona Hanna's team definitely took advantage of the fact that there was no ADC with their Zeri. So what is it, Gajesi? And Emanfield or Emanified, I'm sorry,
Minified. Yep.
popping off that game as you just spoke about there. But like you said, nothing too crazy, nothing too outlandish. It is week number one, so I'm hoping week number two, especially with having 6 teams in the higher elo, it is going to be pretty interesting if we start to see like a lot of back and forths going in between each week. Coming up to playoffs, there can only be, I believe it's a top four. So it's going to be really, really close in the next coming weeks, and I hope to see a really hard fight from Team Cosmic and from Chrono. So I expect good things, though.
Yeah, there's definitely room to come back. So let's move on to your first standings for week 2 of PCL, and this is Division 1. So in my opinion, these changed so drastically. We see that I don't know. Can you see it actually? I think you
Yeah,
can.
I
Okay.
can.
So, I mean, wow. Sitting on Words 5-0. I mean, they did get the bye week, so they're up 2 points, just like every other team. But these were very, very different standings last week.
Extremely.
First of all, I think the first game of the series, I think this is the one that we possibly streamed. I don't remember. Which one did we stream last week actually? Off
We
of
had
Division 1. I don't actually it wasn't okay, no. I don't actually remember which one we streamed.
if
But
I'm not mistaken, I believe it was NA Speedrun. Uh,
did we
or
stream
no.
that for Division 1? I
Oh,
let me take a look, a gander, if you will, at
yeah, I
the
actually don't
last
recall
week.
at the top of my head right now. But we'll.
For for Division 1, it was Relinquished Renegades versus Shrimp Gang.
That's right. That's right. Shrimp Gang.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and I believe that was a 2-1 in the favor of Relinquished Renegades. So that changes the standings because now that Relinquished had a bye week the first week, so now they're at 4, which makes them at fourth place. The game taken off would have put them to first place. That is how much of a difference that one game made.
Yeah.
So that's incredible because since I believe if they had ended their games quicker than sitting on wards, uh, they would be first place. That's
Absolutely.
crazy. But yeah, and then we got a 2-0 from University of Montreal. We got a 2-0 just now from EBK.
Yes,
EBK
we
actually
did.
just beat Rogue Upsets in a 2-0. And yeah, this is an incredible change because now almost everybody, has points in the Division 1. What are your thoughts though? I mean, Pink counter target spell actually got taken a game off. I believe that was against Cold Steel or Black. I think it was no, it was Donkey Punch. Yep, Donkey Punch actually took a game off of counter target spell, which kind of surprised me at first glance because like counter target spell, this is a stacked team, but Donkey Punch actually this is their first game of the series. I think they had a bye week if I'm not mistaken, or not a bye week, but the team FF, so they didn't actually get to play in the first week. So them taking a game off of counter target spell is pretty impressive, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, going to a game three is always exciting. And I think we were able to. No, 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 never mind. That wasn't this one. The Relinquished Renegades, like you said, was the one that we did. So two game of threes there. So they were both actually really exciting. And it's just nice to see that this division, like we were talking about once again beforehand, Division One, in my opinion, is very well rounded. We have a really good competitive group here. It's not too one leaning. Or one leaning side. I do believe in rogue upsets. I do think that they're able to come back in this. They have a really good team. They have a really good setup. It's just going to take a little bit more getting used to the other teams, really. So, the power of friendship, and they should they should overcome and get some points on the board here going into week number 3. But yeah, no. Overall, I'm very excited about Division 1. I think that is where a majority of the games, or the closer division is going to be, is in this one.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember, but Counter Target Spell actually has Prince Manjuice as a sub, and he was used to sub for Counter Target Spell in, I think, maybe both of the games, if I'm not mistaken. And he was sub as support we know him to be a top lane menace on Alawi. Yeah,
Malphite.
yeah, I was a little surprised that they actually put him as support. So looking at the results though of these games, he didn't do too bad. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see some of the changes coming through for all these teams. Um, you know, Black, I'm surprised they got 1-2'd once again. They did get 1 point, which does put them at least ahead of Rogue Upsets. But yeah, I'm a little surprised, a little shaken, but we'll get there. It's still only
University
week
though.
2. Yeah, University actually came back from the 0-2,
They did.
um, and that kind of surprised me. I actually did they who did they face? They faced
The
one
Pega clap, I
of the
believe.
Peg. Yep, Papega clap. It was a straight 2-0,
Yes, it
and
was.
I'm just a little surprised that Papega clap actually dropped a game after being dominant in the first week. I believe they faced. Who did they face the first week? Let me see here, because Papega clap actually looked pretty strong, and oh,
Was
they
that not
faced
against?
EBK.
Yeah.
They faced EBK, which is funny because now it's flip flop. Now EBK actually 2-0'd this week, and just now against Rogue Upsets. So definitely a lot of changes.
It's exciting. See, and that's the reason why it's like you can't really judge a whole lot in the very first few weeks because it's like each of the teams are still getting to, used to one another. It's not like they've been playing together for long periods of time. It's just team practice and then getting used to also playing live. That's a completely different aspect to it. So it's just going to be really nice going into, and now we're only into week number 3, and we have a much well-rounded, like I said, Division 1 and Division 2 than we saw in the first few weeks, or in the first week here.
Yeah, and let's get right into your Division 2 standings. These honestly didn't change too much. I mean, we still have Bandits in Pajamas still on top, still cranking out the 2-0,
Absolutely.
straight 2-0. And then we got Eggplant still cranking out the 2-0. And then White, I believe I think they had the bye week. Trying to figure
Across
out,
the map.
or was
No,
it?
they actually. Hold on one second.
Oh yeah, it was a
It was
I
a
think it
2-0
was,
in their favor.
yeah, it was a 2-0 in their favor. Um, I think it was maybe that might was what was last week? Was it that 5 points because of last week? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Uh,
And oh, they had 2-1 last week, so that's why they
yes.
have, yep, and they got the 2-0 this week, so that does put them at 5 points. Sniper Gang, I think, kind of a similar situation. But yeah, we got some really heavy hitters in this division. Uh, oh yeah, that's right. There's no buys in Division 2, so that possibly can't be. But there is some. There is, it's possible. It's still possible because we might have a team dropping. I won't release that information yet, but we'll see about that one. I'm just kind of, thinking in my head like in the future here. But as we move on, Red actually got 2-0'd, and I'm so like, oh man, I'm distraught. But I know they got it. They got a hard team to face. And I mean, Eggplant, congrats to them. They actually 2-0'd, as we saw in live performance. Even though I was hyping up Red last week, I'm still hyping for them because they are definitely
Big favorite.
definitely still one of my favorites. And I think they're gonna pull back from this. I definitely think they have what it takes to get to the top 4. Um, let's take a look at. I mean, the bottom of the standings hadn't changed too much. If I'm being honest here, I mean, welfare check abusers, they 0-2'd once again. Double McFeeders once again 0-2'd. It's only the second week, so like you said, we can't really judge a lot from that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have any final thoughts for Division 2? I mean,
I mean, for Division Two, I definitely hope Bandits in Pajamas either continues to 2-0, so they either go perfect, or or we have like a David Goliath type situation where it's like a double McFeeders. They Miami Dolphins it, and like they only get one win out of the whole season, and it's against Bandits in Pajamas or something. Um, I
The
know that they've already versed
underdogs,
each other, but I want them to just go at it one more time.
for sure. And I mean, looking at the results, looking at the champion picks, there's not really much like out of the norm with these teams. I mean, you got the standard team fight. I mean, we Rex Rising did let Mustard Cat play the Yumi for once.
Oh
Just
yeah.
I'm just scrolling through, looking at these. I mean, a lot of Zeri played. Even NA Speedrun, they did play Zeri in the last match that they had. It's Zeri seems to be doing pretty well. I think she's getting nerfed. I mean, IBK. I mean, over in the other division, IBK was playing Zeri as well, as we saw live. I mean,
I always
what do
ban
you?
her.
I mean, yeah, I think as a secondary ADC player, I am finding myself more inclined to ban her out a little bit. She's very hard to deal with if you don't know like how she works and where she's gonna go. I mean, she's so fast. You can't really lock her down as an ADC yourself unless you're like Ash. But
Yeah,
yeah.
Ash is the best. I mean, she's the best counter to Zeri at the moment, and I mean, I've only been playing Ash, so it just plays in perfectly. But I always ban her just in case, anyways.
Oh,
Before any of my
we got a lot of
like,
flame going on in the chat here. Oh my gosh. We got Sniper Gang on the rise, going against Eggplant. Yeah, we're actually gonna go into the schedules.
we
So I'm
are.
glad that you guys were bringing that up in the chat here. I first want to talk about VCL because VCL is tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh, that is the wrong one. I'll fix that real quick. I don't know why it didn't update for me over here. I did only have a little bit of time to set up this here, but we'll get that fixed. Boom. So we got Ermines versus Miami University. We got Calm Legends versus Team Cosmic Remix, and Chrono versus Destroying Expectations. Now, we did see pretty standard start from all of these teams at the beginning. It's only week 2 for them, so not much to talk about. I'm hoping that we do have some roster spots filled and that these teams are good to go when the time comes. I know we do have a game already scheduled for tomorrow. It is Chrono versus Destroying Expectations tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Ryleon, I mean, I'm gonna be available. You wanna cast it?
Is it going to be the? Are we getting together? Wonder Twin powers activate.
I mean, we could. I mean, I can host. We can get another caster as well if we need to. But hey,
I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a me and you
me and
situation.
you, me
It's
and
been
you
a
for the higher elo. Let's do it. All right.
oh.
Be here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Chrono versus Destroying Expectations. We do have a reschedule from Ermines in Miami, so they're not playing tomorrow. And I believe we haven't heard yet from Calm Legends and Team Cosmic Remix, but yeah, we will be streaming the one confirmed game tomorrow, so that is gonna happen. Excited for that because I get to see my boys Monahana and Emanified. Shout out to them. They did great the first week. They actually got an e-sub that was actually on Plat Purple last season to play with them as an e-sub for that game. So, and that's a shout out to Dead Support, my boy Brett.
Excellent.
So that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll see him again. He was thinking about actually joining the roster, so that might be pretty pog. The three
I would like
people
that.
from Plat Purple last season in this team. That's pretty cool.
We got purple in our veins. We run from silver to plat.
Yeah, we might have to get him again. Hey, we need three. Oh no, not like this. I don't know if that's one's gonna fly this time around, Montana. You're gonna have to try to convince dead support to just be on the main roster at this point. Uh, yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow, or at least after this. Moving on though, we do have week 3, sorry, schedule for PCL Division 1. This is the lineup. What are your thoughts right now?
Okay, I am definitely looking forward to the University de Montreal versus Counter Target spell. University, like we just saw, came out swinging here in week number 2 with the 2-0 for themselves and Counter Target spell. I believe that they have taken a little bit of damage throughout the weeks, so I expect
Yeah.
this to go pretty well. I want this to be a 2-0, but I don't know who to give the favor to. I want to say University of Montreal just because I want them to go ahead and move a little bit higher up in the standings, but the caster and me obviously wants us to go to a game 3. And then the second game that I'm most looking forward to right now would probably be Papega Clap versus Donkey Punch. Let me double check the standings here. Papega Clap is
Pepega Clap, I think, has 3 points, I
I
believe.
mean, they're right on top of each other. Yeah, Relinquish
Yeah.
has 4, and or I'm sorry, Donkey Punch has 4, and then Papega Clap has 3. So this is like a
Yep.
between in first and second spot here, or first and second place. And this is where we're really going to see the start like solidifying for the playoffs after, week number 7 and 8 here. So I don't know. I'm rooting for those two the most. How about you?
I am rooting for Sitting Out Awards versus Relinquish Renegades, and this is a confirmed game for Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Because I mean, we haven't streamed Sitting on Awards yet, to my knowledge, and they're the top team, and I kind of want Relinquish Renegades to look at them and see how they do against the first seeded team right now. I mean, as far as other games go, I am excited about the University of Montreal versus Counter Target Spell. I wonder if Counter Target Spell can actually get another 2-0. Yeah, like you said, they've been a little bit damaged with the 2-1s that are happening. But I mean, hey, it's still 2-1, so it's still two
Yeah, a win's a
points.
win.
But University did 2-0. I believe it was EBK.
Yes.
So we'll see if they can pull off another 2-0 after, I think, their first week. They were 0-2'd. So we'll see about that. But yeah, like I said, I think the only confirmed day for Thursday right now is Relinquish Renegades versus Sitting Awards. So captains, please post your schedules in the scheduling channel as soon as you can, because I mean, you only got like a few days left. I mean, if it is a reschedule, please let us know so that we are aware that you can't make that game day. Moving on to Division 2 though, this is gonna be some banger series. Uh, I mean, looking at Bandits in Pajamas versus X Rising, these are some of the top teams right now. Even though X Rising did just lose, I'm looking forward to that game in particular. How about
It's
you?
It's gonna be interesting, 100%. I mean, Bandits in Pajamas have been the absolute menaces of Division One or Division Two. I'm sorry, thus far. And X Rising, we know them as the winners of the Silver Split, so they definitely have a strong contending team. And right as soon as this gets solidified and put into writing as to what time, I would definitely love to stream this game, 100%. The
Okay.
other one that I think I'm also looking forward to the most as well. I'm a huge underdog type person. I want double McFeeders versus Ventures,
True.
to have a good time as well. Ventures is proving to be, a little bit not difficult, but they are having a little bit of difficulties here in the beginning. Same thing with double McFeeders. So this is going to give the team enough points to go ahead and start actually making a difference and then making their
Right.
way into playoffs. So I'm looking forward to that game as well.
Yeah, kind of like a tiebreaker. I like that too. If we could stream that one, that would be very, very cool. Just to see who gets some points on the board, right? I mean, even if
Exactly.
it is a 2-0 or a 2-1 rather, that's still points for double McFeeders and a little bit more considering that Ventures is only 1 point in, I believe. So we'll see about that, or a few points in, maybe.
No, you're correct. I believe it's
Okay,
one.
okay, believe it's one. Okay, I don't
Yep,
remember
it is
what.
one.
Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be some interesting matchups. Unfortunately, we don't have any like outstanding clips. I was kind of busy with the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day and all that stuff, so we don't have any clips for you. But if you do have any Poggers clips, please send them into the Documents channel. There is a link for February highlight reel submissions. Your best clips, anybody's best clips, can be posted there. Because that I'm gonna develop those videos myself. So yeah, just remember to do that. Thank you, Laser, for having those clips, because I sometimes think that a lot of these clips are not clipped on Twitch, and I'm so sad because uh, looking through a lot of footage is not something I would regularly want to do. But I'll do it if I have to. So keep in mind that is something I would definitely do if I don't have enough. But yeah, this is gonna be some interesting matches. Do you have any other thoughts going into week 3 for PCL and week 2 for VCL?
I mean, for VCL, I'm definitely looking forward to the upcoming weeks. I mean, like we said, it was week one, so it's definitely going to be very skewed. But right as soon as the rest of the weeks, you know, come and go, I definitely expect it to definitely be well-rounded, and I definitely expect it to be competitive, 100%. I mean, they are the higher elo teams. You know most of these people. I mean, can you speak on the competitive natures of any of the people in these teams?
Yeah, I mean, for instance, like you said earlier, Red X Rising Esports, they were champions of the Silver Split, so it's definitely very competitive. I've been in the comms of some of these teams too, and I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
the
this is.
VCL. I'm sorry.
Oh, for VCL. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, the
well,
higher elo, the higher elo. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, even them. I mean, Destroying Expectations has some very legendary people from my plat purple team, so I'm a little biased, but I'm glad to see that they're back in action and dominating performance from the first week of ECL. So I'm definitely looking forward to this week. This week is kind of the week where these players like we actually get stats of these players a little bit more solidified, because
Right.
for VCL they only had 1 week so far. So week 2, they're gonna do well, I think. And I mean, looking at Ermine's that team, even though they had a rough start, I think they could definitely pull off some wins here, maybe with a little bit of changes here and there in the drafts and things like that. Honestly, it's all in the air right now for VCL. But PCL, this is the week that they actually start getting points on the board for each team, hopefully. Right? I mean, we saw a lot of changes in Division 1. We saw a little bit of changes in Division 2, but not too many.
Right.
So looking forward to that, because I mean, these teams, they're definitely competitive. They're definitely competitive.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll see. All
And for
right.
PCL, I mean, Eggplant, shout out once again, Mustard Cat, Laser Sniped. Uh, you know, they they are definitely proving to be quite a force to reckon with. And like I said, Division One is a little bit more competitive nature, like in terms of like equality of skill. Not saying that Division
Yeah.
One is any different, but it's definitely way more rounded in the beginning weeks at least. It just
Yeah.
seems more like well rounded.
I mean, I look at the VCL lineups and look at the rosters, and I'm like, well, yeah, there's a lot of diamond players that are getting beaten. I mean, by other diamond players and plat players. So it's like,
Yeah,
wow. I mean, that's pretty impressive to say from these plat players who are doing pretty well.
true.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to. Let's see if Miami University can keep that streak, because they're first place right now. They could definitely take it away. I mean, that is a university team,
Yeah,
and yeah, I'm definitely
and they're
looking
proven to
forward
be
to
it
them.
too.
They are proving to be it. I have to
I
say they are.
I'm proud of them, and I'm proud of anybody that even is willing to go up against it as well. So I commend you. You know, they definitely have the skill, and hey, all it takes is just one game, and that mental could break. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. Also, I see that a lot of you are contributing points to the summer stream challenge. And Ryleon, I don't think you know about this, and here's the surprise. But if if everybody in Team Gap who watches Team Gap contributes, I think it's 100k points to the summer stream challenge, we have to do a hot tub stream together.
Really?
Yep,
So if I
I
donate
made this.
50,000 points, do you think
No,
everybody else can come up
it's
with
a
their?
max of 2,000, I believe, per
Oh,
person.
darn it.
So that's yeah. Otherwise, I think everybody would be out of Gap points. But it's a 30-day challenge, so
Oh,
everybody who watches, donate your points. It's 2,000 max, I think, per person, or it's per stream, something like that. It's per person or per stream. I'm not sure which one. The rules on it were a little confusing,
oh
but
my God.
I see it. All the points are flowing in already on this stream. We're gonna get into a hot tub during the summertime, and
Okay.
just stream.
Do we have shirts on or no?
It's whatever you want to do, bro. I'm gonna have a shirt off. I don't care.
I
It's a
gotta
hot
start
tub
doing
stream.
some.
You just gotta do it during the summer. It's gonna be nice and hot, and we're gonna be
Oh
in a
no.
tub. It'd
Oh.
be nice. Uh, 10% already done.
I know, it took you guys like 5 seconds. You guys are a
Well,
little
I
bit too
mean,
determined. What the
the
hell?
rest of the 90% is gonna have to come from other people, or I think it's per stream. I'm not sure which one, but yeah, that is a thing. But yeah, that about wraps it up. I'm excited for the games. I'm excited to cast tomorrow's game. We will have announcements on the PCL teams, what games we're streaming for them soon. Like I said, y'all need to post your scheduling so we can get those going before they happen. Uh, Remember, if you need to reschedule, let us know, and then we'll see from there. But anything else, Raleigh?
No, I mean it's a very interesting challenge. I'm glad to be just shared with that information right now. But in regards to the upcoming weeks here for the VCL and the PCL, thank you once again to all the teams that signed up and that are sticking with us, and to all the viewers that tune in every single week. You know, we wouldn't be here without you, and you know, we continue to, or we hope to continue to bring like great content and just a lot of great things moving forward here.
All right. Well, with that, everybody, it's been a blast. We'll catch you back here next week for another Team Gap recap. And with that, I'm gonna send it off. So catch you guys next time.
Peace.